In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 best neighborhoods for families in Seattle, Washington. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey with the Real Agent Now Group right here in Seattle, Washington. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, and best neighborhoods for families, then start now by subscribing to this channel. Tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Honestly, we're getting so many phone calls, emails, and text messages from so many people moving here, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking of moving or relocating here to Seattle, Washington, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk, baby. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington. So, we do have so many people calling us, and since we know that there's so many people with families moving here, I wanted to cover, 5 incredible areas that we see a lot of families moving to and living in. Now, I'm talking about Seattle, like right around the Seattle metro. Nothing across Lake Washington, nothing over, Bellevue and Redmond. Those are incredible areas too, but I wanted to talk about the stuff that's right in close to Seattle. So with that criteria in mind, the number one spot we're going to start with, and it's not in any really particular order, is Windermere. So Windermere is going to be up northeast of downtown Seattle. You got to cross over that Ship Canal Bridge of I-5, and it is going to be your quintessential lakeshore living of Lake Washington. It is unbelievable. You're not really going to have the shops, restaurants, the nightlife type stuff. So if you want more of the quieter, but you want like the beach living, Windermere is where we see so many families, doing that. There's a lot of like parks and places to do picnics, water sports, and you've got incredible views. You're right there on the edgewater of Lake Washington. If you do want to get up into, some restaurants, bars, and stuff, you can get up to Sandpoint Way. It's just to the north. You have Sandpoint just to the north as well. Huge park, beaches, and stuff. Another great thing about the Windermere is the Burt Gilman Trail goes through there, and that actually goes all the way. It's a 20-mile trail from Lake Sammamish, basically the north end of it, all the way into downtown Seattle, and it goes right through the heart of Windermere. So that is really cool. If you like hiking and walking, you have this 20-mile trail, hills. It's beautiful. Windermere, we see lots of families there. They're very community driven. It's a very tight community. But yeah, you're not going to have a lot of the shops. So if you like the quiet areas, Windermere is amazing. Plus the schools there, top notch. All the schools in these areas are going to be really, really good. All right, so the number 2 place on the list. Now, this is going to be the closest commute to downtown Seattle, but it's Madrona. It's literally just straight to the east. But again, you got the the lakeshore living. But now you're going to have way more walkability. You're going to have way more shops, restaurants. But it's still quiet. Like, it's a very quaint little area, and it's close to Capitol Hill, but it's also away from it. It keeps its seclusive, quiet neighborhood right there. And this is a very family-friendly area as well. You're going to see a lot of parks and like movie nights, but you do have 34th Avenue right there. It comes right down, and that is full of shops, coffee shops, restaurants, bars, and this has the closest commute, like I said, to downtown Seattle. So if you're working downtown Seattle or anywhere really close to there, this will be your closest commute for a top-end family neighborhood. Now, the schools in this area, there's a lot of private schools, and there's some public schools as well. And just to add a little bit more, they do, those movie nights and stuff. There's actually a lot of like wine tastings because you do have that 34th Ave right there. You have the wine tastings, a lot of groups, down there. You're also going to have, lots of parades and stuff. So you're going to be able to get out in the community and meet a lot of families quick. Number 3, this is a very unique spot because a lot of them are east or northeast of Seattle. This is West Seattle. West Seattle doesn't even really associate itself with Seattle, which is kind of funny, but it's called the Junction. So Junction, West Seattle. You kind of have a view up to the north there is downtown Seattle, but the Junction is actually, early 1900s, it was the cross street of 2 railroad cars. That's why they call it a junction. It was an industrial part of town for many, many, many years, and now is one of the top spots to be. The Junction, the industrial areas have turned into some of the best restaurants, shops, bars. You got old school little delis down there, like the Husky Deli and stuff, that still serve ice cream sandwiches, but You're going to find, yeah, a lot of the breweries. You also have Camp Long up there that has beaches and it has rock climbing, and there's a new ropes course. If you're a very active family, you want to be outside, lots of hiking, walking, beaches, and have that walkability downtown, West Seattle and the Junction is definitely where you want to be. Number 4 on the list, we're going to go to Laurelhurst. Laurelhurst sounds like a fancy name. Well, it kind of is. It's actually just directly east of UW. So you're going to see a lot of people there that are associated, with the college. It's also right there where the Seattle Children's Hospital is. So there's a lot of people who are really involved with that. Laurelhurst sounds super fancy, and it kind of is. There's really, really nice homes. A lot of these are not going to be cookie cutter homes. These were all developed a long, long time ago. So if you like that non-cookie cutter, tight, knit, family style neighborhoods where every neighbor watches out for you, these are great ones. But Laurelhurst is definitely one of the most special. You also have the benefit of being really close to the 520. So you see a lot of the people that work for Microsoft and Nintendo and stuff who take that, up to Redmond. So you have that ability to get out quick. This is another one where you're going to see a lot of movie nights, parks, parades. They're very, very tight, being close to UW and all that. So you kind of have a little bit more nightlife in this area. Plus, there's a big old peninsula that goes down into Lake Washington. Very, very gorgeous area with beach living and, inner city living. So there's also, in this area, there's 3 private schools and 2 public. Now that's like the elementaries and younger schools, but yeah, really top end schools in this area, in Laurelhurst. Number 5 on the list is, not on the water there. It's actually inwards a little bit, but kind of in that same area, and it's Wedgwood, and nobody really knows how to spell it. It's missing the E in it. But yes, Wedgwood is very walkable. So this is going to be one that you'll find, more things to do, and it's inland. You're going to have great views. Right to the east, you have Sandpoint. We've already talked about that. That's an incredible area that you're very close to. And if you go over across, to the west, across I-5, you have Green Lake. That's a very popular area for outdoor enthusiasts. You can walk around the lake, trails. Green Lake's absolutely gorgeous and blowing up. So this is, just to the east of that. So Wedgwood, it's got great schools too. The cool thing about it, you got Sandpoint Country Club right next to it. So if you like golf, there's some incredible golf communities. If you're a golfer, definitely reach out to us. We'll place you in the perfect golf community that you would like. But you also have, more of the coffee shops and restaurants and stuff. So you'll see people, going in and lining up into those shops. Definitely a very walkable and safe neighborhood. And again, you're going to find those parades. You're going to find really tight-knit families and, where the neighbors watch out for each other. Wedgwood just, when we talk about top 5 neighborhoods for families, these are the ones we constantly see more and more families going to and more families not wanting to leave. So there's a lot of pride in these neighborhoods. They're all, really close to downtown Seattle. But if that's not the exact perfect location for you, that is exactly what we do. We get people calling us all the time. They tell us their lifestyle, exactly what they love, where they're working, and we place them in those neighborhoods that fit their lifestyle. And in order to do that, you've got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the Seahawk. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Seattle, Washington. Again, if you want to see tons and tons of videos about not just Seattle, but over to the east, Bellevue, Redmond, everywhere in the Seattle metro, you've got to start now by subscribing to this channel and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Until that next video, we'll catch you later.